the most common nutrient deficiency that is out there, and you may actually be having it too. But one second, I'm feeling a bit thirsty. Water is the most common nutrient deficiency out there. Water is a nutrient. It's often not described as one, but it is. It's the one that your body is actually using the most. You know, it's not protein, not fat, not carbs, not any of the vitamins or minerals. It's water. It's a really, really simple one, but unbelievably, or hard to believe that it's actually the most common nutrient deficiency. A lot of people are actually walking around just dehydrated, chronically dehydrated. That means that that body of theirs, that beautiful, gorgeous, so well engineered body of theirs is walking around with even, let's say, like a percent of less water than it actually needs. That's actually very significant in terms of what that means for the body, that means for their body. Because, have you ever heard that your body is made up of 2/3 water or 3/4 water or some ridiculously high percentage like that? What that means is that your body is actually made up of these individual small teeny tiny guys called cells. These cells they work together, they all have their own little functionings, but they work together in bigger communities and and bigger, they're called tissues. And then those bigger, the tissues work together in bigger communities called organs. Organs like your heart, your lungs, your kidneys, stomach, all the organs that your skin, your brain, eyes, ears, and all of these work together and make up your body. Now each cell, if you can imagine this little sac, this highly intelligent sac, it's made up of mostly water. It's just filled with water, and even in the outer skin of it, there is water. Water is the thing that everything else moves in. It's like your entire body, if you could imagine it, is just one big public swimming pool. I say public because it's busy. There are a lot of people, a lot of things in this swimming pool, and all of them are just swimming from one side to the other. Like there's the nutrients you take in, they need to swim. They need to swim across to get to where they need to. The toxins that your body is sending out, they need to swim too. They need to be like, hey, we're leaving this swimming pool now, so we need to go. Now this super busy swimming pool, imagine that if it had, let's say, just a couple, centimeters less water, just the whole swimming pool was just a bit less full of water. It's like, oh, now there's just that much less of a swimming space for the same number of people. So what happens? Things get a bit crowded. The same things that everyone's doing, they're doing them, but they're just not able to do it as easily anymore. Things take place slower and they take more energy to do. So what does that mean? That means that your organs, every single one of them, because every single one of your cells is not able to function as best as it can. It's just degraded. And that's why dehydration is actually one of the causes for most, if not all, of the diseases that we know. It's just, if you were to think of it, it's like, yeah, what is a disease? It's just a series of parts of the body that aren't working optimally. They're not at ease, they're diseased, they're not healthy. And one of the most common causes of that is just that lack of water. So really, all I want to say here is keep hydrated. It's the easiest way to improve your health via your nutrition. You know, it's not include more, for most people, it's not, include more raw foods into your diet, although that would help. It's not, what else is there? What's like some, eat more fruits and vegetables. That would help, but the easiest one is just to have more water. Now, things like Coca-Cola or other sodas and the things that are made up of mostly water, but they have some other things. As much as I love them, like I love Coca-Cola, I was actually laughing about it earlier about how it's not Coca-Cola I love the feeling, I love the way Coca-Cola makes me feel. But as much as I love it, because of the other components, the other compounds that are in Coca-Cola and things like it, that actually our body requires more water to assimilate and digest this liquid than the liquid is introducing. So the net difference that happens after you put this liquid into your system is that you're more dehydrated, very simply. So water, take in water. And a great way you can know if you're having enough water is by paying attention to your pee, the color of your pee throughout the day. If it has color, basically you are dehydrated. That's the diagnostic tool I've used for years, and you can actually like drink enough that throughout the day the color of your pee is always transparent, except for when you wake up in the morning. That's just because your body has been processing a lot of things and it's let going of a lot of things in your first pee. That's why it's always more a more dense yellowy color. So, and here's something else you should know before I wrap it up. If you're going based off of that feeling of thirst in your mouth to when you should be drinking your water, know that feeling of thirst in your mouth is one of the last indicators that you're thirsty. That means that when you're feeling that thirst indicator in your mouth, you're like, I could use some water. That means that your body's been thirsty for a while now. And that's just one of the last indicators that you're feeling. That's because you don't sense it here, or you don't sense it when it's just your whole body is just getting slightly more sluggish. So if you want to have more energy, and if you want to actually be able to access more of the energy you have and use it up, if your vitality and also longevity matter to you, if having a clear state of mind, a clarity of thought matters to you, if just generally, on average, feeling better matters to you, what else is there? Water, it just plays a part in everything. In everything that you do with your physical body. If your physical body is involved with an experience you're having, water plays a role. So if these things matter to you, if your life matters to you, make sure that water matters to you as well. Hydrate, drink up, and stay tuned for the next video. Boom! This was a lot of water. I don't normally drink like that, and I thought it would be a fun intro.